He is a great speaker. He is very motivational to me. I think he is changing, he will change the public speaking world with his app. Last time I talked to him, I think it was like a month ago. I said, Dennis, what's up? He said, oh, in 10 minutes, I'm going to be talking to the COO of Toastmasters. You guys heard of Toastmasters? Yeah? His app has been featured on almost every publication that's out there right now. He showed me his traction last time it was. He's a very inspirational man. I just want to please give a round of applause for him.
You let one ant stand up, then they all might stand up against us. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay? Who said that speech? Any guesses? Louder? Hopper. Hopper from Bugs Life, the villain. The grasshopper. The ugly-looking grasshopper. The guy who used to bully all the ants. Now, those were 60 words of pure public speaking awesomeness. A great 60-word speech. What makes it great? What makes Martin Luther King's words great? Or Obama's, Hillary's, Trump's, yours, mine? What is good or bad speech? Do you think we can chop them up, take those words and chop them up into little scraps of computer code, feed it to a machine, and ask the machine to tell us what is good and what is bad? What kind of measurements or what kind of analytics would a machine give us? What can it not give us? And why not? Is it a technical limitation? Do we not have big enough computers to run gigantic number of algorithm processing to give us some sort of feedback on speech? Or is it a philosophical question? Is public speaking an art and not a science? These are some of the mind-boggling questions that have been on my mind for the past year as I worked on this public speaking app. And before we answer these questions, a little bit about myself and how I got started on this journey. I was born in Pakistan. I grew up speaking Urdu. मैं अभी भी Urdu बात कर सकता हूँ. Yes, I can still speak Urdu. And when I was 7 years old, my family moved to Tanzania in East Africa. Yes, I got to climb the Kilimanjaro. I swam by the beaches in Zanzibar, went on safaris in Ngorongoro and Serengeti. Life was good. And then 4 years ago, my life changed again. I moved to the US for college. I went to Drexel University in Philadelphia to study mechanical engineering. It was my dream to work for Elon Musk. I knew I wanted to work for either Tesla or SpaceX as a mechanical engineer. And I had heard nothing about the word startup. I had heard nothing about the word entrepreneurship until my sophomore year when I took an introduction to entrepreneurship class, where I realized that entrepreneurship is not about building a startup. It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking. When you're an entrepreneur, you look at things around you. You look at processes around you. You look at current alternatives around you and find ways of improving them, of finding efficiencies, of improving people's life even more. That is what an entrepreneur is. And I got hooked. I knew that is what I wanted to do. Elon Musk, I put him on the side. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur and maybe start something, and while I'm at it, make some money. That's the goal. And so I went about, talked with my college roommate, Paritosh. He's from India. And we shared our apartment together. And every evening, Saturday evening, we had a wall in our room. We called it the Post-it wall. Every Saturday evening, we would put up ideas of what processes do we think we can improve on, or what can we create that can help not just thousands of people around the world, but millions of people around the world. That was our goal. And one commonality we both shared was that we were non-native English speakers. So he came from India, I came from Tanzania, challenging over here. I was very self-conscious about my accent. I couldn't differentiate V from W. People would sometimes mock my accent. I thought I was a bad speaker. And I would not go to networking events. I wouldn't go for classroom presentations. I was getting bogged down. And I thought there had to be a better way. I had to improve myself. And so I went through speech coaching. I joined Toastmasters, where I saw myself slowly but significantly improve. And that's when I realized that you're not born a public speaker, but anyone here can become one. It's not an art. It's a skill that you can learn. And there are many ways of doing that. You can come to workshops such as these, where you hear from experts and get their ideas on how you can improve. You can go to Toastmasters, a safe space where people give you positive feedback. You can practice by the mirror, you can practice with your dog, your cat, your friend, or your parents. There's so many ways out there. And I did a few of them, and I thought there still had to be a better way, or something more convenient. And I did not find any app that did that. And so, Paritosh and I decided, let's make a public speaking app. An app that anyone, anywhere in the world could use in their privacy, in their home, anytime, and get instant feedback on their speech. Let's do a short demo. I have the app here. Can I have a volunteer come up and say 60 words on what they had for breakfast and why they're here? Please do. Hands.
I'm Evelyn, and for breakfast I had green banana, yuca, fried egg, and the reason I'm here is because my dream is to be a public speaker and be able to inspire others to pursue their dreams. Right now, I'm a marketing coordinator for a TV station, and it's not my dream job, but for now, this is where I'm at. And just from what you said, thinking about how can I improve someone else's life. It's my dream. It's what I want to wake up for. I've been giving the feedback on how I inspire. When I talk to people, people feel comfortable sharing their challenges, and all I say is, look at yourself. Figure out what inspires you, what makes you wake up every morning, and that might be the answer. And sometimes, even when you don't know what to do something about it. I never stood still. Even when I didn't know what I wanted to do for college, I volunteered. I went and explored different things. I read a lot. I read a lot. I continue to read a lot about people that could inspire me. I love listening to people's stories. And I always think that no matter who you are, you have a story. You can be the one that cleaned a toilet at a store or something. But if you are the best at it and you share your story, you might inspire others. We all have challenges. We all struggle. But when you find a way to figure it out and overcome it, and you share that, you can inspire. I don't think leadership has a title. You don't have to be a CEO. Leadership starts at home. You can be the mom that inspires with your leadership. You can be the one at the cafe that always brings a smile to someone, and that's leadership. So I don't think it's limited to whether you went to college or not, whether you're well educated or not. It's how you conduct yourself, and you're able to bring a smile and somewhat change the day in someone's life. So I think that's what it is.
A round of applause.
Okay. Almost perfect. Nothing a few more practice sessions can't fix. Take a second and pause before you think you're going to jump in of course, and say something like, let's begin talking about, or also believe.
That was for feedback. If it works,
Okay.
that's one area of feedback.
Only one though, so I'm proud of me.
The other area of feedback is
Pace. Well done, Danish. Wow, I'm Danish. Between 100 to 250 150 average words per minute, it's where you want to be. This is very impressive. And just so you know, that was one of my biggest challenges a couple of years ago. Energy. Really said, Danish. Ooh. Looks like you will be hosting a TED Talk in no time. OMG, Danish, you're awesome. Your energy is at the ideal level. Woohoo!
Thank you so much. And that brings us back to that question I asked early on. What can you take words, chop them down into little scraps of computer code, feed it to a machine, and ask it to give feedback? What kind of things can a machine measure? What kind of things a machine cannot measure yet? So we know right now, in our first version of our app, we can detect filler words like